Okay, and we're going to pretend like you and I are having a conversation, even though you're going to look like you're collaborating by yourself right now. What type of student data are you using?
I'm looking at the mid-year writing data that I have from our SLO. It is an argumentative writing. We're using our Common Core aligned rubric. So I'm going to analyze this data today to see what my students might need.
Okay, what student problems have you identified by looking at the data?
Well, the main thing that jumps out to me is that the focus and organization category is something that I've chosen to focus on, and most members of the social studies department have chosen to focus on. I'm not seeing, while there is growth, I'm not seeing the level of growth that I was hoping or expecting to see. So this is the problem that I want to take a look at.
Okay, so what is the data telling you needs to be done?
The data tells me that only about half of my students really showed any growth in terms of focus and organization, and even those who did it was fairly minimal growth. So I think the data is telling me that somehow I need to hone in on focus and organization and how I'm going to help my students better understand that.
So, what do you want in terms of student performance or outcomes?
We all set our own goals in terms of the amount of growth that we are looking at. We set them kind of general speaking in terms of growing several points in the overall total. I guess my overall goal, maybe that's even larger than that, is I want my students to be college and career ready writers. So I know that I need to push them beyond that so that we're all, when we look at our rubric, they're all in the 3 and 4 range with those categories so that they would be ready to go.
So, you kind of want all of them in 3 and 4 range.
Yeah, that's my goal, and it's
Sure.
more overarching than maybe the SLO goal, but that's ultimately where I'd like to see them get.
So, what strategies are you going to use to help accomplish these outcomes?
I can see that, obviously, like I said before, that I haven't had the growth that I want there. So I know that there's going to have to be some more explicit instruction in those areas. Hopefully, I will come up and maybe see some other demonstrations, people who have done some things. I'm thinking mentor texts, possibly looking at good introductions, using some examples, possibly some terras where I can better model these strategies and what a good focus and organization introduction would look like for my students.
Okay, thanks.